Hello, my name is Todd. Welcome to the Lyceum. Fuck. There is nothing more discouraging than flubbing the very first line of the video. This is the Lyceum Weekly Update number 56 and it is for the week of January 19th, 2015. Firstly, band of the week this week is Tanned Christ. They sound very, very lovely. They are a hardcore math metal band. They are really fucking hardcore and it is just like a wall of sound. Everything is just insane about them. But the fact that they can orchestrate and pull off some of the insane rhythms, some of the insane like stops and everything, it amazes me. I love listening to bands like this. So if you like it as well, because they'll be playing underneath this video, you can just click them below, check out their stuff, support them. If you want to see them performing live, they are playing Sunday the 25th at Blackwire Records in Annandale. Now, let's move on to launches, starting with Thursday the 22nd. There is a blues jazz album launch that is happening at Lazy Bones Lounge in Marrickville. It is $10. You can go there and check out Harry Bruce Band. It could be Bruce? I'm going to go with Harry Bruce Band. There is also an alternative singer-songwriter single launch, and that is happening at the Newtown Social Club in Newtown. It is $12 with Hannah Joy. Then lastly for Thursday, an all-ages indie rock EP launch that is happening at Petersham Bowling Club in Petersham. It is $10 and you can check out the Hadron Colliders. They unearthed themselves from underneath the European continent, travelled all the way over here just so we can possibly create a black hole and all be sucked into nothingness. Then Friday the 23rd, you can check out an alternative and progressive rock EP launch that is happening at Captain Cook Hotel in Paddington. It is $10 with a band whose name I know I'm going to pronounce wrong. They are Zareen. I'm just gonna okay, this is pink because my print is running out of ink, but look, okay. Pronounce it how you will. Then Saturday the 24th, there is a progressive punk album launch at Blackwire Records in Annandale, and that is from Death Mountain. Then lastly for Saturday, and lastly for launches, there is a hip-hop LP launch at the Valve Bar in Sydney. It is upstairs, and that is with Benji. Now moving on to special gigs, there is a fair amount of special gigs this week. Starting on Friday the 23rd, it is the DIY Punk Festival. There's a lot of different stuff happening. They have some film showings, they also have workshops, and they have a bunch of gigs happening on multiple days. So the first one is on Friday. It is outdoor in Marrickville. Just check the event for more details because I think they kind of explain it closer to the date. But it is outdoors in Marrickville. You can check out a lot of bands like Dark Horse, Vex Machina, Swine, Gunzel, Ross, and Scumhouse. Yeah, I just had to check that there was actually Scumhouse and not Scumhorse. It is Scumhouse. Then Saturday the 24th, there is a metal festival called Under the Southern Cross Festival. A lot of Australia Day type gigs happening. This one is at the Baldface Stag in Leichhardt. It is $20. Check out a heap of bands including Cruciform, Psychrist from Canberra, Viscera, Wretch from Canberra, Laceration Mantra from Brisbane, Inhuman Remnants from Canberra, Murder World, Gutter Tactic, and Under Night's Cover. With this new mic, I'm never sure how much it actually picks up, so there are crickets that were just going at the end of that. I'm curious if the mic picked it up. If it did, fuck you crickets. Also on Saturday is the continuation of the DIY Punk Festival. This is a midday workshop as well as acoustic gigs, and that is at Monster Mouse Studios in Marrickville. The performers for that midday show and workshop are Roofcat from Melbourne, Alex Partycat, Ryan Gosling's Dog, Home Slice, and Andy Payne. Lastly for Saturday special gigs, a midday alternative indie pop, rock, and punk gig. It is called Bad Day Out number 2, and it is happening at Petersham Bowling Club in Petersham. It is $20, a very big lineup of bands. You can check out TV Colours from Canberra, Donny Benet, Dreamtime from Brisbane, Bear Hug, Mangle Wurzel from Melbourne, Unity Floors, Bad Family from Melbourne, Tease, Burlap, Noir, and Miners. Then Sunday the 25th, there is a free hardcore punk metal gig. It is Vulgar Display of Pizza number 2. A lot of second iterations of festivals. That is at Frankie's Pizza by the Slice in Sydney. You can check out artists like Bastardizer, Arteries, Sumero, Rise of Avernus, Gutter Tactic, and Sorcery. Now on this Sunday, I just checked to make sure this is probably the most special gigs I've seen in one day. So There is a gig with indie alternative pop rock. All the profits go to Support Act, which is a group that helps people who are in bands if they find themselves disabled and can't play, or any kind of financial help, stuff like that. They can help you out if you cannot do music for your work. That is happening at the Lansdowne Hotel in Chippendale. It is $25. You can check out massive list of bands. I won't read them all out, but as an example, you can check out Bad Dreams from Adelaide, Straight Arrows, Bloods, Richard in Your Mind, Hockey Dad, the Faberjets, yeah, many more. Just click the event link down below and you can check out the entire list. Also at 1 PM, you can check out a ska pop gig, which is called the Skarbecue 2015. That is at the Marrickville Bowling Club in Marrickville. It is $54. You can check out artists like Strange Tenants from Melbourne, the Oz Scars, the Hangovers, Scarred for Life, All Nighters, Club Scar, as well as a bunch of DJs. As well as the last day for the DIY festival, whole bunch of punk rock happening at Monster Mouse Studios in Marrickville. That is with Dispolar, Occult Blood from Melbourne, Ding Dong Death Hole, Cabin Fever from Melbourne, Extinct Exist from Melbourne, Uncle Geezer from Tasmania, Holiday Project, and Smack Baby. Stop everything right here. A funny thing happened. Audio kind of stopped recording. I didn't realize until later, and sure, I could have used the magic of editing to make it all look really nice, but instead I found something peculiar that I want to share with you. The difference between this setup that I have going and that microphone on the actual camera is quite strange. If I kept the video with just having the camera microphone, it would have sounded like this. It's not very pleasant, is it? It's like I'm talking to you through a phone. But compared to this, oh, look at that. Nice, and it's full, and look at all that roundness. It's so lovely. It is an insane difference. It's crazy. I just thought that was kind of interesting, and I wanted to share it with you. But since this is the second time that we're recording this, I'm just going to get back into the special gigs. There is Bloody Oath 2015. It is an Australia Day metal festival happening at Valve Bar in Sydney across both stages in the venue. It is $20 to get in. It is a massive lineup of bands. I won't list every single one of them, but some that you might be interested in. Breaking Orbit, Lycanthia, Kunvuk, The Murdering, Tensions Arise, not another sequel, just another prequel, Nevo. It's a massive list. If you want more, just click on the event below and you'll discover it all. And now news. There was really one news thing that happened this week. It is that the lockout laws, they typically have a 2-year review, so it was next year they were going to be reviewed, check out crime statistics, all that kind of thing to see whether it should be changed, kept going the course, or anything like that, scrapped, which is nice wishful thinking. But they have brought it up, it's going to be reviewed this year. They'll be checking out crime statistics. Now the hope is that when they bring in and look at the crime statistics, that it will look at the Sydney region, essentially, so they can see, as you may have noticed in recent news, that a lot of the alcohol-fueled violence has moved to the suburbs like Glebe and Newtown, while Sydney CBD becomes a bit more barren around the early hours of the morning. Because one of the things that was put in to prove that the Newcastle lockouts worked was that they showed, oh look, the Newcastle city itself, crime has gone down, alcohol arrests have gone down, but the surrounding regions were kind of getting worse when it came to violence because people were just moving out and going to other areas. But they didn't use that to say, oh, this is happening. It was more, look how successful we are in this little pocket. So hopefully it won't happen. Premier Mike Baird has also said that he has no intention of changing the laws at all. So hopefully that's more of a personal opinion, and political or public pressure can still affect what will happen, because June is still 6 months away. See what happens, see what the crime statistics come up with, because see what happens. I may have done a weird cut there. If I did a weird cut there, it's because I started rambling. What happens when I start rambling? I start making no goddamn sense. Now I have to backtrack and work out what I was saying, deconstruct it for the audience. So I thought, fuck that. Cut. That is it for this week. If you go onto the website, www.thelyceum.com.au, the gig guide is already up. You can go check it out. Everything is linked. Events are linked. Bands are linked. That way it makes it easier for you to discover something new in a genre that you love. I'll be doing the typical radio stuff that I do every week. Wednesday from 7:30 in the morning, I'll be on at about 8 on Radio Northern Beaches, 88.7 FM or 90.3 FM. You can also stream it through their website. I'll be on the flip side with Lachlan Wiley, talking about cool gigs to check out in the upcoming week, as well as cool stuff that I checked out in the previous week, and we share our stories of things that we've seen, and we laugh, and it was a great time. Then Saturday, Swar FM 99.9 FM. They start from about 2 o'clock. I'll be somewhere in between there, talking about cool inner and outer western gigs to check out. And I think that's pretty much it, so I will see you next week with another roundup of launches, special gigs, and news. Until then, be good.